Greetings, one and all, to this week's episode of Tenno Clock. We've made leaps and bounds in technology, and now Loz is able to control OBS entirely from in VR chat. I was struggling to remember what the name of the thing was.
What do you mean you gave me some cool buttons to push pause when everything goes wrong again? As it always goes wrong.
I gave you cool buttons to push pause when everything goes wrong again.
Yep.
That is my job. Give you cool buttons.
Give me cool buttons.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So, yeah, episode 382 of 10 o'clock. And, yeah, we're here. Xeno, Loz, let's move on. Emblems. Yay! I was like, after all our fucking about, I really hope the emblems work. I'm just instantly giving this to you. I'm just like, come on. Mine's all right, but yours has actually got lots of effort in it.
I'd have to find yours. I have no idea. I'm going with yes.
What do you mean find mine?
I'd find it. Go to the Discord. Yep.
It's in Discord.
Oh no, wait, that's last week's.
Scroll down. Just scroll down to the bottom.
Remember that was what caused the I had to scroll manually with a tiny button, which I'm grabbing in 3D. Okay, that's mine and yours. Okay. This is alright. What's wrong with yours? That's a cool little ninja thing.
Yeah, but yours is leagues better.
I don't know I thought mine said Canada, but actually it looks like it says Commander.
It does say Commander.
Oh, I thought it said Canada.
It's got Commander something, but at this scale, it's too hard to see.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Canada, so that's what I thought it was. Like, oh, Canada.
But it's Commander.
Commander.
I don't know. I like yours. It looks like it's got like Kuvrin bits all around it and stuff.
Kuvrin bits.
Yeah, right. So that's it. So, but if you wish to win 100, sorry, goddamn, I did it wrong. But if you wish to win 75 Platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below. Well, you'll see a Google form featuring these emblems with this week's questions. What are you going to ask?
Someone wanted to make a comment about that. Have you been updating that?
What do you mean?
Well, you go on the link and it goes to something about October 30th.
What?
Yeah. I checked the last few episodes.
30th?
Yeah, it says it ends on October 30th for the last few episodes.
What? What the hell are you talking about? The link's custom done.
Well, we'll check it later. But yeah, I checked it myself.
Wait, is the platinum link still in there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the free platinum link's still in there. Oh shit. No. Fuck.
I meant to send you a message, but it was 4 a.m, so I didn't.
That's not meant to be in there. You get, as I've been saying, you get the Plat from doing the polls, like the episode polls, where you'll see these emblems. So that's where the emblems have been going. That link, I thought I'd removed it ages ago. Oh shit. Dojo Dusting!
No. Oh no! However, if you want to win platinum, how do you do it, Xeno?
So you go into the description below, well, you'll find the link to the polls, right? The episode polls with the free platinum, and you just fill in the poll, and it'll opt you in for a chance of winning free platinum. Like, one of the big reasons why we moved to this is because people were automatically putting stuff in without doing anything with the video, and it was like, well, that's useless. Like, you know, the whole point is to drag.
Wasn't it also we lost the cards from YouTube, so this let us have the cards?
No. Doing the votes in the episode polls was partly because people were just spamming the entries, even though they weren't like ever engaging with the video with the podcast episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was part of the reason. But anyway, yeah, I'll fix that. Fuck.
Is that last October or 2 years ago October?
I'd assume last October.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because remember I lost the oh crap, what was it? I lost the partner program, so I couldn't do it anymore. And then they invited me back. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, moving on. Turn off the emblems. No, turn off the emblems.
There we go.
There you go.
That one took a while to wake up. Okay, why are you over there now? Good.
Yeah. So, well, that's totally thrown me for a fucking loop.
Really, I was like, oh, but clearly this person's wrong, and Xeno will be like, you're actually not clicking on the right link, or maybe it was just last two episodes, and now you're like, oh no, I really should have told you this off screen. Oh well, anyway, let's move on because we're professionals.
Yep. I don't think we have any Dojo Dusting this week.
No, yeah, there's no TennoCon this year, so we can't make that joke. We will be digitally at TennoCon again if there is anything, which there probably will be.
If there is a TennoCon,
oh, there should be, I'm sure.
Cool. Then what else have we got? Yeah, so no Dojo Dusting. What about the war report?
Yeah, I have something for the war report, but I'll do it from memory while I replace that screen in a second because that one's broken. I was going to say that the Octavia... I suppose you didn't mention this. Did you know about the Octavia music competition? Music video thing?
What Octavia? What?
Oh my god, they're partnering with Joey. It's so cool. So there's when this comes out on Monday, I think it closes on Thursday. I had the actual time, I think it's 1 p.m. I'm going to guess PET, but that's from memory. What time zone it is and when it ends, but so you still have a few days because if you get this on Monday or Tuesday, it finishes on Thursday. If you go on the Warframe website, there is an Octavia Prime music competition where you can win a Octavia Prime pack, and what you have to do is using Captura and Joey music is actually D partners with Joey, and then there's a list of Joey's music, the approved list of Joey's music you have to use, and you have to pick one of those tracks, and you have to make a music video based on that to show off Octavia Prime. Really cool. Awesome. There is an example in there which I assume Joey must have made, or maybe DEO did. I didn't know who made the video, but even the example's really cool, and it's got jumping and music, and obviously Joey's music just makes it look amazing because of Joey.
Yeah,
you should watch it. You should watch the testing. But yeah, you didn't know about this.
No,
you see, I think that's the good thing about this war report, because it encouraged me, guys, I need to put something in the war report. Let me actually go look at the Warframe website. I should have probably picked this up later, so I will definitely be on top of that even more, so to pick up these little competitions and things and we can tell you about it. But the other thing is, for the future, coming in soon, sorry, I just want to point out something about, people say there's nothing wrong with your mic. I hate this mic, it's so sensitive that it picks up my intakes of breath in between things, which normally never get picked up by a microphone, but it sounds like I'm going, I'm talking. Sorry. No, I'm dying. It just makes me sound like I'm just I'm struggling to talk. I'm not, but intakes of breath, in between set words, which everyone does, but this bloody thing's picking them up and it hates, even though we played with it last week. Sorry, now I'm conscious about not breathing, but it means that I don't breathe, and then how will I breathe? And then I can't speak. Sorry. Right, okay, sorry, what was I saying? Oh yes, let's also, other thing about the war report bit is what's coming in Warframe soon. So we've cleared most of, I hear my breaths now, every single breath. All right. And I breathe in. The coming soon for Warframe, Call of the Tempestrati is the next thing on the horizon for Warframe, which I think they said might come before the end of March, or something's coming before the end of March. I think they said.
No. So the Railjack rework is coming before the end of March.
The Railjack rework.
That's the theory. But the Call of the Tempestrati will be after the that, so it'll be sometime April, if not later, for the Call of the Tempestrati. Yeah, but consoles aren't getting the Railjack rework until the update 30, whereas PCs are getting the rail. I think it's because they're going to focus on making Railjack as best they can on PC and not worry about trying to get it on console as well. And then when update 30 hits, consoles will have the Railjack update as well.
No, yeah, that's kind of what PC is always the test bed. And when they give out any piece of content to the players on PC, they become like a giant test machine, don't they? So it is sad that console has to wait a little bit, but then what you get is a more refined product. What you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
But we all get the quest together, which is cool, isn't it? Is that what's going to work?
Yes, it's supposed to be a
simul release.
Is going out live at the same. Yeah, simultaneous release. I think everyone would love to see the ability for cross-play and everything, but I think this, if anything, really highlights the need to keep PC separate, because how valuable it is to go, right, We need to do minor tweak here, minor tweak there. We're just, filling with the dials, trying to make sure that Railjack is as best as it can be. How many tiny little tweaks would they have to do to consoles, and each would require a certification. Just be a mess.
Yeah, they'd be forever sending like a list of what one would be approved while there's 2 in queue and then one they're about to send. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. War report.
Okay, so that's the war report. Now let's move on to the topics. So, topic 1, hit the button. So, topic 1 is, I hope the Chains of Harrow is supposed to make you hate the game. And topic 2, if you hit the button.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we show them off first.
Do we?
The problem, yeah, I've always done that. The problem with Melee is combo, blood rush, and weeping wounds. So, hit the button for number 1. Yeah. 10, whatever. Right. So, topic 1, I hope the Chains of Harrow is supposed to make you hate the game. Got into the first mission in the Chains of Harrow, in the Chains, and did not get a good feel about it. The very end of that mission had the breathing whispers, and I really wanted to quit. After the first foggy emotion capture mission. Oh, yeah. It was old. With incredibly frustrating slowing effects and more awful breathing noises. Then they did it 4 more times on increasingly annoying tile sets.
Cool.
The operator already...
Don't mind me.
Were you going to say something?
Keep going, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The operator already feels like an afterthought, so I don't use it much. And when the quest said you had to use it, I knew I was in for a bad time. Clearly, your operator is supposed to be stronger by this time, but so far in the game, DE has given me no reason to be. Okay, so the first thing about the noises, I can't ever remember the name of the condition. There is a recognized... Oh God, I want to say mental condition. There is a recognized classification of when a specific noise really frustrates people. I can never remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, it's like, so when people are chewing, right?
Oh, right.
That really gets up people's nose. When people breathe into a microphone, right? That really... No.
Oh, breathe out.
Like...
Oh, breathe out. Okay. I just hate this because of my...
No. It's when you like breathe into a microphone. It really triggers me massively, and like it only takes like twice, and then I turn to someone and say, "You're breathing into your microphone. Please stop it."
Right.
And if that is designed to be the thing in the game, I completely understand why it would upset people. I think a large part of this is if it's on speakers compared to a headset. I know a lot of gamers these days play with their game audio coming through headphones rather than speakers. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that, where the noise of the breathing is just going straight into the ear of someone, and it's really unsettling to them.
Could be.
Additionally, I disagree with the sentiment about, there's no reason to get stronger. I mean, this is clearly...
Well, no. That's why I think there's like 2 things to this. There's two issues. First, they've got they're feeling they're not liking the environmental effects of the Chains of Harrow, and then the second piece of this puzzle is that how they have the horrible... They don't seem to like at all the operator. I was going to go with the word disconnect, but I don't think it is a disconnect, because they just say they don't like it, basically. So I think there's 2 issues here. So first of all, the atmospheric experience, as you've said, that possibly it's the way their setup is, and that some people don't like or experience that well. And I suppose that Warframe, if you're used to the sound going one way, and then it starts doing all this horror stuff, which they were experimenting with it, I think. And it was pretty good. I thought it was alright. It's not for everyone's bag of chips.
Sure, bag of chips.
What? I don't know, that word sounds wrong. It's not everyone's bag of whatever.
It's not everyone's flavour.
Yeah, so maybe that's why they didn't like that bit. Fair enough. That's a personal experience. There's nothing we can say to it. I mean, you can't complain about it because I thought it was really cool. They didn't seem to enjoy it. Just personal experience. Nothing we can do with that. But the second part of this is about the operator here. And where is it? The operator always feels like an afterthought, so I don't use it much. When the quest said you had to use it, I knew I was in for a bad time. Clearly, the operator is supposed to be stronger this time. So far, DE has given no reason to be stronger. Now, I would partly go with this because I've had some thinking about it. And what I think they should have done with amps is they should have tiered amps. They shouldn't have made them build your own amp. Some people might say that your amps are tier, they are, all the better amps are here and you have to do this first. But still, they're not. I really think it should have been like you got your motor amp, it does nothing against Eidolons. Like you have to, or nothing beyond. But see, it's part of the problem of how they make it because they release just one Eidolon and the full set of amps and everything instead of going one Eidolon and tier 1 amps, and then had the plan to bring out the tier 2 amps for the second Eidolon, the second and third Eidolon, let's say, and then tier 3 amps are on Venus, but you're going to want those tier 2 amps, you see? Instead, they make it, they've had it like everything else, where it's like, technically, you can use the Motamp for everything. Technically. It's not the best, but you could,
I disagree with this this statement because the fact that you're doing the chains of Harrow and you're saying that there's no incentive to improve it, but you want to do the chains of Harrow, that to me instantly becomes an incentive, right?
No, that's not what they're not saying. That the chains of Harrow requires that operator to be stronger. That makes sense. They're saying that, oh, look, I have to use the operator. And it's like, wait, it's the next quest along. I should be feeling that sense of progression on my operator, but I don't anymore. Like, you go from Second Dream where you're...
So I don't understand the complaint.
Well, it just feels like that there should have been a progression on... What they're saying is they feel like the operator should have gone to the next level, the next stage. Felt like a tier up that you get between Second Dream, you're just in a chair, you don't do anything. War Within, you get full control of your operator, yeah? It moves up.
But you don't have that in Warframe ever. I mean...
You get the operator in Second Dream, and you could do the... I don't know if you still can, but you remember how it used to be where you could do the stupid charge beam. That was it. You just appear and floaty.
Yeah.
Right, and then in War Within, it improved, and you could become
okay
fully operator mode.
Do me a favor. Name me another system that does what you're describing, where it it tiers up, it ranks up, in
Warframe.
In Warframe, another system that isn't the operators. Help me out here.
Arc guns.
Arc guns?
You don't have access to arc guns, then you do a thing and you gain access to arc guns. Then you have arc guns. They do a thing.
Right.
It then doesn't tier up again, I'll give you that. But operators have already had one tier up, so it feels like they should have more tiering up. You see? It's hard to say with Warframe because Warframe specifically doesn't do tier systems normally, you see? That's why you feel like that's why this feels like he's saying that, or they're saying that it should have, or it feels like there should be a progression because that's what the operator story was, feeling like it was. You were always expanding. You woke up. Sorry, you didn't need the operator. Then you woke up. Then you got carried around, and you're in a chair, and you could do minimal things. Then you became another level. You could become the operator completely, and then but the operator power set still feels incomplete and pointless. So it's like. Still waiting for that completion of the operator so it becomes have a reason and a complete product.
So I in part agree with
I mean, that's what I'm interpreting him to be.
Okay, so I do in part agree with what is being said. I disagree with how it's being said.
Yeah.
Right? The fact that DE have implemented in things like the Eidolons, the Flydolon, the sentience, stuff where the operator is useful is great. The problem I think a lot of people are facing, and myself included, is that it doesn't feel like you can utilize the operator to any major capacity beyond hop out of your warframe, pew pew pew, hop back in your warframe.
Yeah.
Right. And I do mean literal that kind of span of time.
Yeah, that's all you use it for. Yeah.
Yeah,
or I would put a little bit more. Pop out, stealth a little bit, pew pew, back in Warframe. That's as most as it goes.
Sure. Or pop out, pick up someone. Stealth, pick up someone, go back into your.
I didn't know you could do that. That's a pretty effective way, isn't it? Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's not, that's actually a really good example of something it could do, but it need more.
So I do feel that operators could do more. Right? But then I do feel that likewise there could be this confusion of, well, how do you keep the warframes and the operators relevant?
Exactly.
Now, we came up with that big thing about operators fighting different enemies that the
warframes have no access to. It's an expansion of how they work for the Vondelers.
And personally, that is what I would like to see.
Yeah.
Right. But I do think DE want to do more, but the fact that players don't engage with them, I mean, look at me and my bandwagon, like my soapbox, my very war-torn soapbox of make Archwing great again, and now they're getting rid of the Archwing missions.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, okay, you can make the argument that they're bringing Archwing back into Railjack. That's fine and everything, but it doesn't mean that they've made Archwing great again.
They could. Here's an example. If they put in this is the kind of the little kind of things that we just can I do it? Can I do a little tap? Can I get like a little sprinkly little hand? There we go. Like little tiny things. If there was, let's say, Railjack mission base, right? To get on to the base or to get the ship into the base or whatever you need to do, you have to fly out in the Railjack. And then a bit like, but not over the top, like the second raid, you have to fly the Arc. Let's say it's a Grineer asteroid, and you have to fly the Archwing down some Grineer into a special port or into an area that the ship can't get to, but the Archwing can, to open up the door for the Railjack to do something.
So a trench run.
And I wouldn't go so as far as the trench run, because last time they do a trench run, they put like blocking that it was on the old movement system, which worked a bit better, and the new movement system doesn't work for that. As long as it's like smooth tubes instead of stupid tubes with
fine
edges.
Fine. But trench run.
Yeah, fine. Trench run. A better trench. I really want to stretch this. A better trench run.
2.0.
2.0 without stupid hazards every 2 seconds. Oh, I've hit this wall. Now I have to go back and forwards. Oh, I've hit another wall. Back and forward. It needs to be smooth. Yeah, you hit a wall, but it just slows you down. It doesn't pause you to. You're still moving forward.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Regardless of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. But you see what I mean? That would make Archwing great again in Railjack. That's how you do it. You give it things to do.
Yeah. But the point is that if players don't engage with the system, right? It is which comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? And the sad truth is, right, the chicken needs to come first. If the chicken isn't healthy, if the chicken isn't, going to be able to produce food, I'm going to fucking clear my analogies, destroyed itself instantly. The whole point is, if the players don't engage with the new system, then the new system will lose support very, very quickly.
Well,
point,
no, you're right. It doesn't lose support really quick. It does lose support really quickly, but it's like it loses. Like DE's desire to improve a thing is tied to people's desire to play it instead of it originating with DE going, hey, here's a cool idea, and then it works back into the players and they adjust and it keeps going forward. It's that DE's ability to make something is fueled by the players. So if that thins out, DE just give up on a thing. I don't mean, but that's how it is.
Honestly,
especially with Archwing.
And the big truth is that if this Railjack update is not enough to inspire the player base to keep playing Railjack,
Yeah.
it'll probably be like another year and a half
yeah.
at best if we got to get another update.
Yeah, I really hope they commit to this one. It's like, okay, maybe this is a good step forward, but still not enough. They go, right, so we're going to bring more. We just need to keep pumping more into Railjack until it works, instead of going, oh, guess we'll give up on the Railjack stuff. Anyway, back to operators though. But operators do feel that way. They do feel a bit abandoned.
They suffer the same problem.
Yeah,
they feel the same. Players like, I mean, hell, what is like the most prominent thing you remember of operators in like the standard world, in the standard gameplay?
Eidolon hunting?
Right, okay. For me, it's, oh, look, we have to go all the way over there. I'm not going to bother using my Archwing. I'll just teleport using my operator.
Oh, really?
That is the most prominent thing. Yeah, like, because I always saw, oh, I need to get over that really long distance as, I'll just teleport. I'll just teleport the whole distance. I remember so many people doing that whenever I went to the Plains of Eidolon.
What, more than just blink?
Before Archwing was made red... Huh?
Before, well, what, when Archwings were on... charges, yeah.
You had to actually, yeah. So operators, would just, oh, operator, blink, 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 I'm there now. I think operators are still easier. Sorry, it's still the faster way of transport, but it's not as easy as Archwing.
Yes,
and I feel that unless operators had some TLC, like maybe make them more durable in the environment, or make their weapons more glass cannony, I don't know. It's players aren't going to use them.
Yeah.
Players don't like the feeling of, I get out of my Warframe, oh, now I'm lying on the floor, why did I bother getting out of my Warframe?
Part of that problem is that there are upgrades to make your... I don't know how many, you've probably done all them all. I've not done any of the way rounds, and I get that all, apart from Unaru. I've just done Unaru. I know there are upgrades elsewhere, and getting access to those upgrades to bring everyone's operator to a base level, and then assessing if that base level is strong enough, is something that there doesn't seem any impetus to do, because they still have the bloody daily cap, which just ruins it for me. I just can't be bothered to grind all these things, because it's like, okay, this weekend I'm going to do focus trees, and I cap out my daily cap, and then that's it. And it's like, wow, that got me nowhere. I'll just give up again.
So there are positives and negatives. I mean, the great thing is with Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, you can get through your
daily cap, yeah,
in like one mission. The point you're making is entirely valid. Why have a daily cap at all?
Well, yeah, the daily cap is to encourage people to come back in, but is that one of the massive pushes in the game at the moment? Oh, you got to get your daily cap for focus done, instead of... It then becomes a problem for using operators elsewhere in favor of, well, we just need to make people log into the game. What do we want operators to be? Something to make people log into the game to level up, or some useful thing in progressing the gameplay?
So the question is, like, what is the best way to address this issue? So, like, you don't want all the players to just charge on ahead and go content drought, content drought, content drought, content drought, content drought, right? So how do you address the problem? Allowing some players to just keep going while other players, like, don't feel like they're being left behind.
Yeah.
That's a question.
Oh, is a question? I didn't really feel there's a question.
How do you address...
for what, the whole game, or for just operators?
Let's just focus on operators.
I've always said the one thing. Let's get rid of that daily cap. Let's adjust it so that people can progress, so that everyone's operators can finish all the trees, so that everyone has that, and then we can base gameplay content on everyone finishing it, instead of, oh, we put things in and we assume some people have a amp. Is it the best amp? We don't know. Is it a good amp? They might have a moat amp. Instead of going, no, you must... The next Eidolon cannot be damaged by a moat amp. You need to have a whatever amp to even do the next Eidolon, the Orb Mother, wherever you need to use the amp. Sure. Yeah? You need to be able to go, like, that content's good. You need to be at this level so that everyone can feel and move on. It's like, okay, and then we can encourage people to get to that level. And then when the next piece of content is, and we bring out the next thing, we can encourage people to move on, instead of how it is now, where there's this massively long system of all these things you can do, and people are all over the place. And there's no need to get to the end.
So my question, ignoring the need to get to the end, right? We are talking exclusively about resolving the issue with the the rep cap, the focus cap, the daily cap, right? If you remove the daily cap from day one, do you not agree that people will just burn through the whole thing in a matter of seconds and just say content drought?
Some people, no, because it's not, because if it was, you see, that's why it was implemented originally, when that was the main piece of content. Here is your focus trees, go learn them. Now, that's what, 2 years old? 3 years old? That's not the new piece of content. So if you bring it out with a new piece of content, let's say the new quest or Deimos or whatever, or no Deimos, sorry, Divari, you know, here's a load of new content. Oh, and by the way, we're also changing this over here. There is this content over here. And also, by the way, everyone can catch up and focus now. Done.
Okay.
It's not whereas if you are right though, if you just release that, we're changing this and nothing else. There we go. And maybe people might, but yeah. That's okay, people complain about content droughts, the continuous thing. But do you agree then? So we'll go back to the topic, mumbling aside on my normal soapbox. That is my soapbox, by the way, still. Do you feel... So the thing person said is the operator always feels like an afterthought. I agree with that.
I disagree.
I'll give you an example. I know they said in the dev stream that in the new update for Railjack, they're going to add new ways to you to do. There was two things. One was relics. Yes, relics and arcanes. So they're adding in ways in the new system to get relics and arcanes to encourage you to do Railjack content as an alternative to, let's say, Eidolon farming and farming the void. You know, the void tears. You know that there'll be now you can do them in Railjack, which is good because it means Railjack is taking over almost. In fact, I think Railjack should be the superior method of getting these things. Maybe not arcanes, or it should be easier to get arcanes, but the Eidolon should be the easy way to get the rarer ones. If that makes sense, you've got a choice. You either you want some arcanes to get some arcanes, find some arcanes. That's good. You're over here. But if you want those super rare ones, these are on special ones for Eidolons. That's how it should be. But then for relics, I really think the Railjack method should be better. It needs to be more efficient than captures on just do a capture. Yeah?
I concur.
You can go with that?
Yeah,
right.
No,
but then my point was, where's the equivalent of the Eidolon shards that you use for focus, ignoring your cap in that system? Afterthought.
ESO.
No, you can't get shards. Can you?
You can. Yeah.
No, in the Railjack system.
Synthetic Eidolon shards.
Yeah, in the Railjack one though. In the Railjack updates.
In the Railjack.
Yeah, to encourage you to do that. That's the whole point. We're trying to encourage Railjack to do it. Why is there not? It's like, oh yeah, you can get your arcanes. Don't need to go over there now. You can get your relics. Don't need to look at that relic system. Do it in Railjack because they need. I think they've cleverly cracked it. They need to encourage people that is your method of doing things. I don't know why I'm always going to the left here, but this is Railjack's over here now. So they want people to come from over here to Railjack, right? And there's another thing, right? Oh well, the focus tree. I want to upgrade my focus tree. Oh well. ESO over there. Go over there. Railjack?
I'm 100% for a Railjack ESO.
Maybe if you found shards in the shards for focus in the Railjack's things. See?
The Morax?
No. The shards, those synthetic shards you said you get in ESO.
Yeah.
Why can't we get them in the Railjack Voidstorms as well?
There's no Eidolons in there.
There's no Eidolons in ESO.
No, but on all reality and all like seriousness, I feel that is it the Morax? You got for the Orphix. For Scarlet Spear there was two. There was the Chondrix, and then there was the ship.
Yeah,
I think the ship was the ship called the Morax?
No, it had a weird name. Morax is fists, I think. So many names.
Chondrix. I can't remember. Whatever the ship was, I feel that the ship should be more present in fucking the void, right? Maybe the derelict ships or whatever, and there should be Eidolon shards on those ships. Like, storage containers could just drop Eidolon shards. Why not?
What, on the void? On the star chart?
No. Not in the void.
You said in the void.
In Railjack.
Oh, in Railjack, right?
In Railjack.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they have the sentient ships, which I can never remember the fucking name for.
Right.
They should be more of a permanent fixture rather than once every indeterminate period of time you can do maybe 1 or 2 missions of.
Yeah.
Right. And you can go in there, find random caches, destroy them, and they have a chance of dropping Eidolon shards.
Good. That's exactly what I said that needed to be done. And the fact they haven't done that is what... I was saying getting the shards, the SO shards, the shards. You just come up with you've completed it. You've come up with a way to put them, which sounds really cool, by the way. I like that. Because those ships were cool, and it's like, well, why aren't they around more often? And that would be another thing. You could find like old ones or derelict ones, or we're looking at the derelict ones to find ways to beat the new ones or something, and they've drifted into the void, or they were shoved into the void by an Orokin weapon to kill them or something. Yeah, we investigate them, and they're all warped and weird and things. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a way to get it. But where is that? But the fact that that is missing, because that is a way they've done these other systems, the arcanes and prime relic farming or getting relics and unlocking relics, that has been added to Railjack. Where is the operator section to help you level your operator in Railjack, apart from just generic focus, which doesn't really count? In fact, I doubt you even spawn the yellow orbs for extra focus gain or thingy gain in Railjack? I don't think I've seen them in Railjack missions. Do they spawn?
I honestly can't tell you. I really
remember.
Can't tell you.
Because, that's missing.
I've not touched Railjack for maybe a year and a half. I really can't remember.
I can't remember, yeah. I don't think they spawn, because I don't remember spawning them on the ship. That seems silly. I don't know if they spawn in space, though. But you see what I mean? See, that's what this person's meaning, that how it's an afterthought. Where is the operator support adding into the future of Railjack content? See, that's an example of how it's been an afterthought.
But where's the Kuva support?
Kuva support?
Where's the... Yeah, they're bringing in relics, right? Relic missions.
Kuva doesn't need support.
Right? Why does relics need support?
Because that's what people want to do. People want to do that, right? And
I want to farm Kuva. Yeah,
do you know what? I'm with you on that, to be honest. Why can't... I think there should be the Kuva... What's it called? Kuva... The moving Kuva thing. Yeah, when whoever moves to a Kuva location...
the fortress.
The fortress moves. You should have a Railjack component. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're right. I would say, though, that there is more opportunities to obtain Kuva than Eidolon shards and access to the focus thing. And also, there already isn't a cap on your daily Kuva apart from missions. And actually, no, you can do survival, can't you? I know that it's literally a time-based thing, or, how much actually can you play for Kuva, whereas there is a bloody cap for focus. So I think it is a bit more important from it. But I do agree with you. Yes, from liches. So I think there is more sources of that. It's a very good point, yeah. But I do agree with you. There should also be a Railjack component. I really think they should be... Railjack should just be the better way of getting it, of everything, almost. We need to get people to Railjack.
Okay, but do you know what we've just done?
Invalidated the rest of the game?
No.
Oh, no? I thought we had.
They should do this. They should do that. This is a scope creep. We have just instigated scope creep across a feature. Yeah, this feature's not coming for another 6 months. Don't get me wrong.
If they do it as you've gone with your crazy... let's have these ships and special missions in the void and whatever, or just as you've also said, you just put barrels that drop Eidolon shards in the things.
Fair.
That takes how much scope creep? None. Oh, and you also find Kuva barrels in there. Could even be a little bit of Kuva. You just find Kuva barrels on the asteroids randomly. There we go, job done. I do agree with you on scope creep. If we came up with this being all these crazy complex things, it would take time, but you could do it in a small, quick way if needed.
Yeah. Okay.
And then work from there. Expand outwards.
We've spent quite some time on this.
Yeah. But let's go to the final thing is, they feel they're an afterthought and they should be progressing. Do you feel DE thinks operates an afterthought?
No.
Do you think that...
I don't think there's just enough interest in our operators to make them a forethought.
Right, but do you think the operators should be getting stronger than they haven't?
I agree.
You agree? Okay.
I agree.
So you don't agree with that point, agree with that point. That's a good way to finish. Let's move on to topics. Replies. Yeah, topics. The topics replies. I'm slow today, and I'm trying to not breathe. Because it picks it up and I get sad.
Breathe, man. I actually thought
the quest was pretty fun when I did it. The last phase was tedious, but doable. I agree the last phase was a little bit tricky. I remember that, but yeah. The War Within made it pretty clear that the operator was not some minor thing you can just ignore. I did Chains of Harrow Amplus and it wasn't that bad. The sacrifice requires operator use as well, but then if you don't have an amp/decent focus, it becomes impossible.
Wait, did we do it ampless?
Or within, or...
No. Chains of Harrow. Was that before?
You couldn't do an ampless. I don't get... Maybe they didn't shoot the amp is what they mean. Or they must have used the moat amp is I think what that might be implying.
No. You could do it. You could not have... Sorry, it was optional to have no amp.
Oh, I suppose if you never pick up your moat amp, you don't have an amp, do you?
Yeah, so...
Right, okay.
When was Plains... Was Plains of Eidolon before or after the...
Chains of Harrow.
Chains of Harrow.
Ooh, good question. Good question.
No, surely it was after, because there was the big thing about the War Within, wasn't there? The War Within coming out 2017. Oh god, I swear,
All blurs into one, really.
No, I think no. So the fact that they didn't take an amp is actually really interesting. I'm pretty sure you can unequip an amp, but why would you? They make such a huge difference in performance. So yeah.
And the last point is, the only ways to get a better amp are completely separate from the game's main content, and you don't need them for anything else besides killing sentients, which don't come up often. There's a fair point in that. Like, this is what I mean about the game needs to push you to get a better amp, and it doesn't. I mean, how long were you going along with your moat amp for?
The longest time ever.
Exactly.
I'm trying
Until we guilted you into it.
I'm trying to think hard now. What was the... So the main... It's just the Eidolons, isn't it?
The what?
The only reason that you need the moat amp is the Eidolon. Sorry, an amp is the Eidolons. You can do anything else with your operator, just using your hand laser.
Yeah. You need it for a Podopolist? Can't remember.
No. You don't need it, but you use it, I think.
That's tricky. I just can't literally, when you ask me, what do you definitely need this for? It's like been so long since I haven't had it that I don't think... You don't think in that way, do you? You don't think, I definitely need my operator for this piece of content.
Yeah, no, I would argue that it's not completely separate, but getting the parts of... Maybe that's just... Maybe that's something that really needs to happen with Orb Valis and... Name of the other one? Plains of Eidolon. Is... You have a vendor that you can buy tokens from using rep or whatever that could be used to get stuff from the quills, right?
Yeah. No.
I still haven't maxed out my Vox Solaris because I cannot be fucked to farm the 10 Atmos systems.
Yes, and that's just... That, I don't think you need to actually kill... thingy for that, don't you? You can get them from the missions, don't you? You just literally have to farm the quest mission, which is annoying because it's the same talking points continuously, and it's the same mission. It clearly was designed to be a quest that was then chopped up and stuck into bounties, and it was so stupid. Just it really irks me, that one. I don't mean to say stupid, but it just feels like they did the whole let's get all this content and mash it together, and it really was supposed to be separate.
And just before anyone jumps in the comments and says, "Oh, but Xeno, you can get the Atmos systems from buying them directly from Vox Solaris only after you've got past the rank I'm on."
So you need to get the 10 to unlock them as a purchasable, is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Right.
So, I mean, do I want to see more with operators? Yes.
Why can't we see that reduced? I know they're reducing... The rail. They're reducing the railjack story and requirements, and to get that, which is good. I think. Sometimes I'm like meh about it, but yeah, I think it is good if you get more people on the railjack. That's the goal. But why can't we go back and change some of those stupid things for like, you need 3 thingy spines to do this next tier up. How about we either just reduce that to 1 or just clear it? Just make the rep ups just progress easy now.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough of a drive in the community to see that change, and as a result, it won't happen.
Because it has to come from players that are progressing through the system, and there's not that many of them. Because I assume there's really a lot of the player base are either early players, then it goes down to mid players, and that probably goes up and down. I don't know where, and then there's just a crazy at the end, end players. But we want to see people progressing through that chain, but there's not that many of them, and normally and people who are committed to getting through that probably just be quiet, get their heads down, and focus on doing it. Nobody talks to them and say, hey, do you think this grind could be reduced? Do you think maybe we could make this bit easier for you? Or which bits do you think were hard when you're trying to get to the end? But when they get to the end, they're like, oh, well, I've done it now, so I'm not going to complain. So, yeah.
Instead, we actually have issues where the, it takes 8 weeks to get one Umbral Former.
Yeah. That needs fixing, because I need all my Umbral Former, because then what am I going to ask for afterwards? And what am I going to use these Umbral Former on? Oh, but I need more of them, because reasons.
Right, should we move on?
We're not bitter. We're not bitter. Let's move on. Yep, move on. Right, hang on. Right, okay, so let's just test this. That work?
Yeah, there you go.
I've got the feature turned on. Right. It seems something seems to have fixed. So, okay, but we know that fixes it, so okay. Right, yeah, topic 2, Xeno. Right. Let's go, Xeno. Topic 2. I'm probably not going to get this one right at all, because it's on cool melee stuff.
Right. The problem with melee is combo, blood rush, and weeping wounds. The scaling of Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds is unrivaled. Another full melee rework is not necessary, but tackling the outliers is. Even though melee is king right now, it's still awkward to use due to its over-reliance on combo mods. Sorry, there was a colon there. Combo mods are too good not to pick. Simultaneously, the need to keep up combo punishers, I assume that's supposed to be finishers, you need mixed gun and melee playstyles. Instead of rebalancing hundreds of weapons, those two mods should be looked at first, or maybe just combo itself. Lowering max combo, but increase the speed at which combo is gained would improve consistency while equalizing power. I'm sorry, that last sentence just completely threw me for a fucking loop.
What, the last sentence?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of rebalancing 100 weapons, those two mods should be looked at first, or maybe just combo itself. Lowering max combo, but increasing the speed at which combo is gained would improve consistency while equalizing power.
No, wouldn't that change a fucking thing? Oh, we put a lower cap so you can get to, you could only get to 2 times the damage, but you can get to 2 times faster.
No, they get 2 times slower. Increasing the speed. Oh no, yeah. Consistency while equalizing power.
But it just gets.
So do you know what these mods do?
No, let's find out.
I do.
So we're talking about.
Let's read. No, you read them out. Let's read them out.
Rush. Are you gonna get?
No, you do. Do you want me to get them? I can try.
No, I'll get them.
No, you get them.
I was just.
No, I do know what they mean. I don't want to get it wrong, but I think I know. I do know what they mean. No, but let's be equal to all of our player base. Anyone who's listening, let's just have a quick summary. What do these two mods do? Let's all get on the same page with this individual.
Right. Okay. I knew what Blood Rush did. So Blood Rush is plus 60% critical chance, stacks with combo multiplier.
Right.
And then Weeping Wounds is plus 40% status chance per combo multiplier.
Yes.
Right. So if you have 4 times I don't know if it goes up to 4 times. I think it does go up to 4 times combo multiplier. That's 4 times 40%. Oh wait, hold on. Combo multiplier. Oh my god, there's a bloody table here.
Yes, there is.
Multipliers, not status chance increased at 1 time. So there's a 12 times combo multiplier. That's insane.
Right. Okay. That's Blood Rusher.
So there's a 320. No, this is Weeping Wounds.
Oh, this Weeping Wounds. Sorry.
324. I think that's supposed to be a 324% chance for status effects with Weeping Wounds.
Yes.
That is mental.
Right. Now let's go back to this person. So first of all, at a quick glance at Xeno, do we feel that Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds might be part of the problem? Might.
Yeah, it's going to be part of the problem, but it's not going to be. You can't just tackle those two mods and then just say it's done.
Yeah. No, I
mean,
agree.
Hell, this person said, "Oh, lower the max combo, but increase the speed in which you gain combo." No, it's just like it's like half a dozen of one and
Half the other.
Half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. Yeah, yeah, and like it's oh my god. What are your thoughts?
I do feel that they're saying a full melee rework. I think a full mod rework is the question. These things get added piecemeal. We have melee.
Yeah.
Melee has a system. There are mods which add onto that system. They do damage, they do elemental damage, there's crit, there's status. Then we get a mod put in, let's say things like Condition Overload, which does more damage based on the amount of status effects on the enemy. So that's another thing in the system. Then we get another mod in that's like Blood Rush, based on the combo count, but that's also working with the first mod and the original first mod and Condition Overload. And so they just keep adding into this system. So I can't believe that the output of the formula, because it's a damage formula, and you're basically adding modifiers in every time you add one of these mods. You're slotting them into this damage calculation. Because that's the thing. Now I know we'd need somebody who, and I know these people exist. Very, very smart people, in my opinion, that know the Warframe damage system inside and out, and they know the formula and where each mod will apply, or which section of the equation will be added to. Because is it an additive or a cumulative modifier? To the thing to just where in the crazy amount of damage. So some of them might be bigger than they do, that might actually be having a bigger effect than they seem, and others might be having a small effect. And then some mods might seem to have a small effect, but then are boosted by another mod that they're actually working with. And so in my opinion, that the entire mod weapons should have an overhaul. So like, this is the level you should be. Instead, they look at it as the functional part of the melee system, and they're working on things like the speed, the stunning in the combos, and then things like the range. That's where they work on. Whereas I honestly think the mods might now that we've got all these mods and we say, right, that's it now for melee mods for a while. How much do we expect each mod to do and rebalance it off that? That is assuming, the reason why I like this is it assumes almost that you have to go get these mods to complete the system. And you might think, oh, that's no. You need to rebalance off something. And instead, they work off the functionality of the system and not all these separate multipliers and additions later. So I think we should make an assumption that you have access to all these mods and then repackage and rebalance all the mods off of that and say, there we go, there's melee. I know that's simplified and it's a whole lot more complicated than that. A whole lot more complicated. But that's why I partly agree with them in that point.
I'm trying to find some of the information, like what's the most popular weapons and things like this in terms of melee. I honestly think that there are going to be some really big outliers that we're not considering here. Some weapons are just over the absolute top because of things like melee weapons are so diverse. They span such massive statistical changes that there are going to be like entire
in what
melee
ways?
Weapon types. So like what's better, a slow heavy hitting weapon or a fast light hitting weapon?
Yeah, so that's not that many variables. It's only
no. But my point is that all these fast light weapons, all lightweight weapons, these fast ones, they are going to top the damage charts because of the combination of all these mods that you have also highlighted. So is not part of the problem the fact that just like the Catch Moon kick gun, oh god, barrel was just so damn good, that this is not also a similar problem for melee weapons. The fact that no one will take the Jack tag because the Distressor is just like infinitely better. You put these mods on,
because but that's the thing. That's what I mean by rebalancing. You get a good point there. Sorry to jump on, but I think that's what you mean. That when they put these mods in, sometimes these mods appeal to better weapons. I think the Strezza's the rapier, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to be really quick, lots of hits. So some of the things like condition overload, which then you apply more debuffs quicker because you're hitting quicker, and then that has a bigger effect. But when I'm in rescale the mods, I mean off everything, so the weapons as well should be factored in. So the heavier weapons get a bigger. Oh, what do we get with Rivens? What's the term? Disposition. If the disposition maybe, and then, but not just pure disposition, maybe there's a speed disposition and a range disposition and a base damage disposition, which means, this is a slow weapon, so it's not going to get a lot of status things in, so it actually gets a bigger boost from things like condition overload because it's harder to get the stats effects on. But then I suppose you've got multiple weapons, so you could apply the weapons with one. It's all tricky. It's a very complex system.
It is. It's a very complex system. I don't think you can just solve the problem for everything by you just need to adjust these 2 mods.
Yes,
right?
no, I agree with you. I think it's more than just these 2 mods. This is just part of the problem. Yeah, condition overload should be in that list as well.
I feel that some weapons like the let's say like really big slow lumbering weapons, they utilize these mods to a perfect degree, but then there are other weapons that just completely abuse these mods. So are you going to penalize the perfect weapons because the platinum standard weapons are just so I do feel that there needs to be an overall rejigger of the melee system. You can't just say pin it on just one small thing. Right?
Yeah.
And likewise, you can't if they're trying to say they do explicitly say increase the speed. Well, I mean, if you go from 60 miles per hour to 120 miles per hour, that's increasing your speed, but you're going faster. Right? So, I mean, you're not sacrificing anything by saying, you should lower the maximum combo, but increase the speed in which you could get combo. I'm like, that's not benefiting anything.
Yeah, it feels like too much of a small change. I mean, just doing that. Just, these 2 mods are the ones which make a massive boost. Maybe they do. I don't know, but I can't believe there's not part of the problem, not the problem.
Saying something that the speed of the weapon dictates the maximum combo. So if it's a slow weapon, it gets a really high maximum combo. But if it's a very fast weapon, it gets a low maximum. That is something that would make sense. That is
different combo caps.
Different combo caps.
Maybe
that is something that makes sense. But this person is, unless there is some godly science behind this, which please anyone.
Maybe they are someone who's done the maths, and that these are actually the massive parts of the formula that do the most affecting. Who knows?
Yeah, but I seriously I feel that you can't you can't tar everything with the same brush. But this person is probably using just one subset of melee weapons and doesn't care about the rest. I mean, a lot of people feel that way about guns, about warframes, about operators, about amps, about K drives, about whatever, yeah, you get my point. I think I made my point. Cool. Right. Should we do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think that was fine. Let's go to replies. Cool. It's a big problem.
It is.
Complex, like Rubik's Cube. The power creep mods are the problem. Specifically, Weeping Rooms, Bloodlush, and Condition Overload. Whee! Spamming 5 conditions in an AoE with your Kuva Nukor clears the entire room in one swipe with your CO melee, regardless of Condition Overload.
Condition Overload, yeah.
Regardless of mob level. Decreased melee attack speed will do absolutely nothing for the power creep. They need to gut these 3 mods. See, I think Condition Overload is definitely one that didn't ever need to exist, or should be capped at 2 or 3 or something.
Which one's Condition Overload?
The more debuffs on a mob, the more damage.
Well, no, I mean, I
think that's right
with that. I'm fine with that, but it needs to be balanced for the different weapon types.
That's what they're saying, is that they use their Kuvanu core to apply some debuffs. You could then use another weapon, let's say, to spam some other debuffs on the mob, and then you just do a bajillion damage with your melee.
Yeah, but say like you got one melee, which is like, a whip, right? I think whips are like OP as hell because they got such huge range on them.
Well, I thought they nerfed that, but okay. Thought that was last nerf. I don't know.
Right. Imagine the whips have huge range, whatever, and they're fast, right? Oh, you just slide around, you do sliding damage, you do insane damage, whatever. But, okay, so whips have a cap on condition overload. Okay, yeah, add a new statistic, which is like, describes the sort of power distribution of the weapon. And condition overload works really well with the slow heavy weapons, right? Because you can't hit as many dudes at the same time. But the fast, quick melee weapons, it's capped at like maybe 2 status effects or whatever. You get my point?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, keep going.
I don't think nerfing melee is the answer. That won't change anything about the scaling of range weapons. It will just leave us with even less options to kill higher level enemies effectively. Because I need to kill those meat puppets.
So this actually, I do feel, has a valid point, because the some of the high level enemies, like I think the footage we're doing right now, like the entire video clip that we've done with this is Steel Path.
Yeah.
Some of the enemies in Steel Path is just like, what the fucking hell? We got to the Void, and we were, it felt like we were peppering the sentients with peas because we were doing so little damage to them.
I mean, on Lua.
So I do get,
Lua.
Yeah, so I do get like the value of nerfing melee is going to, decrease our chance of dealing with those. But like, how often are people dealing with game modes like Sanctuary Onslaught? I never see anyone in Sanctuary Onslaught.
I think there's always people in Sanctuary Onslaught.
What? No, sorry. Steel Path. Sorry, I meant Steel Path.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing I meant Steel Path. Yeah. But like, I when do you ever see people in Steel Path?
Well, no, because the problem with Steel Path is it's a whole second solar system, a whole set of nodes. There probably are people in Steel Path, but they are in the niche nodes, which are the best for farming Steel Essence. It's like it's hard to find people in the solar system apart from
they changed Steel Essence, so it's only on the alerts now.
Oh, okay. Oh, did they? Right.
You don't get them from Xmas.
So what's the reason to do a Steel Path node rather than a normal node, or to do a alert farming relics? There's no impetus to really do it, which I think's fine. I don't think there needs to be people in Steel Path. It's just it's there if you need it. You want to try a high level survival, whatever, but it doesn't. I don't think it was meant to be. Oh, everyone now needs to be in Steel Path all day long.
But my point is that, we got people complaining about like having to deal with harder enemies, and it's like, well, what harder enemies are you fighting?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Move on.
Yep. I'd love some synergies between primaries and warframes, as in one weapon becomes the signature and the weapons familiar to the signature weapons a bonus. One weapon becomes the signature and the weapons familiar to the signature weapon a bonus. I assume that means that like each warframe has a signature weapon, and then they have it could be the weapon family sort of thing as bonuses for it. It's like you're just asking for more damage multipliers and more extra buffs.
No.
If we didn't have all the crazy stuff we had, that'd be fine. But no, I think at this point it's like we don't need extra stuff like that.
Scott proposed a more definitive way of swapping between. Sorry. Scott proposed a more inspired way to swap between gunplay and
melee.
Like there's like if you swap between them, then you do more damage and things like this. That is a good thing to do.
Yeah. I always love the mods that when you swap out to a different gun while it's holstered, it reloads. I love the concept because it's like gun, back to the other gun. If that adds in melee as well, I think that's cool. That is probably a really good addition to the game because that will encourage you to swap between them. Simple but effective, hopefully.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to implement it, but I do like that one. Anyway. I will use those mods. Those mods sound cool because I love the reloading mods. I used to. It was fun, but it wasn't really the best way when you could just use the OP stuff. So who knows?
But like the problem I have with this, because I've said the thing I want, but the problem I have with this is, okay, so let's, we've got Loz right now. He's on its Excalibur Prime.
Yeah.
So Excalibur is amazing with the Bratton, right? So any assault rifle, Excalibur is great with. So Loz is currently using the Opticore. He's shit with the Opticore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's sorry. And by shit, I mean exclusively, he's not the best with the Opticore, therefore he is shit.
But if I equipped if I had Boobin would be the Opticore frame because he's that kind of thing.
Yeah, so that just railroads players to use it. That just railroads cookie cutter builds even worse.
It sadly is why they got rid of the arcane helmets with stats on.
Yeah.
Because it meant I want to use a Warframe, but I have to use this helmet because it's just better, even though I think it's ugly.
Yeah, the Swindle Loki helmet for one.
Is that the Totem Head?
Remember that one? That's
Totem Head, yeah?
No, it's the
spikes?
The 4-prong one.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I'm pretty sure this one. No, but my whole point was that everyone
you had to. That was Loki's head, yes. That was Loki's helmet, not the basic Loki.
Yeah, you had to have that one.
Yeah, Totem Head looks stupid though.
So anyway, let's move on to
good idea. Buffing headshot multiplier, except it would only benefit again PC players where aiming in a middle of a quick combat isn't a problem. Meanwhile, console players with analog aiming would be stuck with less effective melee and guns that only do better when doing headshots. So I assume there must have been something else in the comment or the thread about focusing on headshots.
What's digital aiming? What's digital aiming?
Console players with analog aiming. Well,
so what's digital aiming?
I don't think they mean analog and digital. Well, I think the alternative to analog control sticks is one-to-one motion control, which you can only do with.
Which is also analog.
Yeah, it is also analog. Yeah.
Anyway,
basically, you know what they mean, though, don't you? Yeah, I am.
The point is joysticks versus mice.
Yeah.
Right. That's the point. I'm not entirely sure.
God, is there any form of digital input?
Yeah, keyboard.
How is that digital?
Because either the button is on or the button is off. Same with buttons. Buttons have only two states.
But then the stick, the analog stick is digital. Because it's either not moving or it is.
No, because it has variation of movement.
What happens if I said it didn't? You're saying then, if I made it the stick either moved at 1 speed or 0, it becomes digital, which it doesn't.
Yes.
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
What do you mean?
I don't think that's right. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it does. The whole point of the analog
I know
with they actually have a form of
acceleration. They have acceleration, but it's trackpad Y. Bad. Moving on.
Anyway, let's not focus on that. But I'm not entirely sure what this comment is replying to. Good idea, buffing a headshot multiplier. Unless they're saying that their good idea is buffing a headshot multiplier, except it would only benefit PC players.
Yeah, let's have a quick check. I can do this. All right. No, it's got nothing to do. I've loaded the original topic, the full topic, in case it was something that's just missed in our breakdown. I assume they must be replying to somebody. I'd have to probably search the page to find it, but they might be replying to another comment where somebody suggested rebalancing off, hitting critical, even.
Oh, let me have a quick look.
Well, headshot multiplier is what you want to search for.
That's what I'm going to search for.
Well, it looked like you selected good idea buffing headshot multiplier.
Yeah, and I found
my virtual screen.
So the original thing is, as for guns, they need balancing amongst each other. But AoE versus single target balancing will always be difficult. A great solution would be buffing headshot multiplier in order to push more accurate non-AoE guns as tools against more durable enemies. All right, so that's what this gun one is about. And I do agree with this one, but the counter argument of yeah, but that will not benefit console players in the slightest. I completely 100% agree. I think if anything in that situation, you would want to manipulate the crit chance and crit damage of those single shot weapons. Yeah, those single target weapons. But yeah, you shouldn't be treating. I would also say you shouldn't be treating your guns like an RPG.
No, yeah.
But, I mean, what can you do about that? Right. I think we're done for the topic itself.
Yep.
Do I feel that melee needs to be massively overhauled? Yes. Do I think just doing blood rush and weeping wounds is this, and condition overload is the solution? No, not in the slightest. I think there's more to it than that.
I mean, yeah.
I think that was a thumbs up. Right, cool.
Okay. My poor thumbs. That's all I get.
No. Do take into consideration you're actually tiny for me.
No.
Yeah.
Right, so tiny.
So let's move on to the graphs.
Okay, hang on. Nice. So topics of graph 1 on.
Right, cool. So we've got the graphs. I can actually
over here so I can see my graphs.
Right, so which Railjack improvement are you most interested in? 4% said none of the above. 8% said changes to intrinsics. 15% said the harness, like, the avionics rework. 27% said more mission types, so Orphix/Voidstorm. And 46% said integration between Railjack and regular missions.
Cool.
So yeah, we really like that. We did good on that one.
The change it to intrinsics. That's the thing. Right. Change it to intrinsics. Like, I didn't think intrinsics were that bad. The problem with intrinsics farming was there's nothing. The farming itself, there's not a variety in the farming. You just have to do the same missions. That's the only problem. Like, the amount you're getting is okay. I just lose drive doing it when I'm doing the same. Blow up the fighters. Blow up the cruise ships. Blow up the fighters. Blow up the cruise ships. Blow up the asteroid. Blow up the fighters. It's just the same thing. I thought, yeah. And I'm with them. That integration between Railjack and regular missions. More mission types. I'm surprised more mission types wasn't higher, actually. But oh well, we'll see. Yeah. Next one.
Yeah, I'm totally for the integration. Right, so let's move on to graph 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you did. So you did.
No. No. Sorry. Yep. I loaded it on my screen. Now I have. I should have.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Cool. Right. So, how do you feel about the closing of the gap between gunplay and melee? Right. 15% said negative, 31% said neutral, and 54% said positive.
Sweet.
Right. Yeah, kind of expected these numbers. But now let's move on to graph number 3.
At first? Yeah.
Right. So, how do you feel about the nerf to melee? 31% said positive, 31% said negative, and 38% said neutral. Right? Quite interesting to see the negative reaction increase towards the nerf to melee.
So what's that saying? That people would rather see gunplay buffed up to melee's level rather than seeing melee nerfed to gunplay's level, is what I think that shows.
Well, basically, so the nerf is supposed to be an increase to gunplay, but a small decrease to melee. But this is basically saying that the people that feel negative towards it, they just want to see the positive to gunplay. They don't want to see any negative drawbacks to melee. But I think, we've already touched upon this. I really feel that you can't just have one melee weapon be the bee's knees and everything else just be substandard. Right. Then our fourth question, we do actually have a fifth question, but it doesn't actually have a graph to represent. So our fourth question was, which 3 of the following do you agree with the most? Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot to change the goddamn title.
I was waiting for that to you to read it out and then explain it to me, because I'm like, no, this does make sense, I'm sure. Xeno will explain to you, Loz, how this makes sense.
I forgot to update the graph title. So the graph title is, what 3 pieces of teased content would you like would you most like to see completed?
Right.
Right?
I'm really This is interesting. This is very interesting.
So to repeat, the title is, what 3 pieces of teased content would you most like to see completed? So these are things that haven't seen a conclusion.
So just to check, did the people answering the poll get that question, but it's just the one we're showing is wrong? Right, okay.
Yeah, the graph is just wrong.
The people answered the question correctly, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they are, right. So 8% said the Nefanyo fight. So the Nefanyo fight was teased years ago.
Yeah.
It's not seen the light of day. 8% of the people want to see that.
Now, I'm curious if that's the Nefanyo fight that we were shown, and if a newer version, not that people wouldn't want to fight Nefanyo, but just that the version that we were told about in the past was kind of maybe people aren't interested in a newer one, maybe good. Yeah.
Personally, I like to deal with Nefanyo as we're doing now, because I like the fact that, yes, we have not killed Nefanyo.
Well, we never defeated him.
There's no confusion there. There's no confusion. We've defeated him multiple times, but we have not killed him. So there's no confusion when he comes back.
We've never defeated him. We messed up his plans.
Put a thorn in his side.
Thorn in his side. Messed my plans. Yeah. Messed my plans. But we have never fought him and defeated him. Yeah. Okay. Next is. Sorry. Right.
So 20% said Captain Vor / the Neural Sentry.
No, I'm kind of sad on that. By the way, you misspelled neural, but it's got an E in it. There's
the neural.
An E.
The neural.
The Neural Central, yeah, but maybe that actually could be tied into one of the more popular ones, to be honest, because Void. But yeah, I'm quite sad that one's quite low, because I actually would like to see what do they intend with that. They didn't have to bring Boar back and answer that one. They could have left that as leave that down the line, but they brought him in as a boss, gave him his monologue, his famous monologue, and it's like, to what end? He just loves monologuing. It's just okay.
28%, Railjack as transport to open world.
Yeah, that one's quite popular, but I would like that one. But I can see why the one's more popular, yeah.
Yep. 43% said the third Orb Mother.
I think that'd be nice to go back to Valis. Just a good reason to be nice. More reasons too.
Yeah.
Always good.
Then we had a 3-part tie for 50% with the Unum, Hunhao, and Stalker.
Yeah, I think these are all big things in the lore which pull people's attention, and we want to see them fleshed out, and we just aren't, yeah. But the grand winner was...
But the grand winner, that completely surprises the shit out of me, right, is 58% for the Man in the Wall.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the Man in the Wall is just such a non-thing for me. It's just a rumor. It's like, it's oh god, what?
No, but what other thing pops into your orbiter and goes, "Hey, kiddo," it's like, "Oh, I want to know more about that. I want to address that. I want to deal with it. Oh, what is it? What is it?" It actually has an impact on your experience of your ship. It comes into your private place. It seems to be a part of you, but also something different and against you. But what is it? What does it mean? That drives people to want to know more.
Is that the thing that's really
well, it's also the
something about the Man in the Wall there. There's
I agree. Yeah, but that's how it used to be for Warframes. Like, what is a Warframe and things? But the Man in the Wall is at the end of really the main storyline. The progression of our character.
The thing with Warframes is, though you're right, we were always engaging with Warframes.
Yeah.
Right. The thing with Stalker is we engaged with Stalker for the longest time ever. Hunhao, same thing. The Unum Tower, we see it every fucking time we go to Cetus. The Man in the Wall is like this, hey, kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, we got our first page of our novel. That's it. We know nothing more, nothing less. It's just such a non-thing to me.
Yeah, but it's a story people want to know about. But then you say that, but it also could be where the fingers came from.
What?
The fingers.
It is where the fingers came from.
Right, so we do know more about him.
So we got page 2. We got page
2. I would say page 1 and what's the prologue? We got the prologue and page 1.
Page 1.
Because the prologue is like,
congratulations.
We got prologue on page 1.
We know shit tons more about.
Yeah, we're about midway through that story.
Yeah.
With an appendix.
That's the sad truth. We're so like halfway through so many of the stories. It's just like, come on.
Right, next graph.
Yeah. The Unum we know nothing about.
Yeah, the Unum, but it's such a good concept, and it's so interesting, and it's like, and it's another entity. I think that's another thing people are wanting for, is to fill the world with more entities to talk to. and then they try and do it, and they add in the freaking family. Like, they had all these options. They could have expanded the Man in the Wall. They could have expanded Vor. They could have expanded Stalker. They could have expanded Unum.
Right.
And instead, they make the family.
Right. And
Fucking grandmother.
So turn off the graphs now.
Turn off the graphs, Loz.
We asked one last question,
Did we?
which has no visual representation.
Yes,
which
we did.
is, why is Shy your favorite content creator? Right. So I'm just gonna run through the answers. Right. She loves to hit below the belt. I mean, I'd rather wear a cup in that situation. How could she not be besides you guys and Zanny Pants, of course?
Yeah.
Who's Shy? Why is Shy not my favorite content creator? Because she's Rebecca in hiding. Text to speech. The memes. Who is Shy? I only watch 10 o'clock for Warframe content. Aww. Do you really have to ask? She is talented and entertaining. Because reasons. If you put raisins, I would have given you a point.
Yeah, I would have given you a point. That'd be a proper point.
Because she calls me scum, which is refreshingly honest. I think you might need to go see someone. Because I have excellent taste.
Okay.
I think you might have to go see someone. Yes. Because she is Reb. Shy isn't, you are. Because you are Nanny. She is. Warframe related memes. She's funny. Why wouldn't it be? It never hurts to watch a 1 min, very concise and spectacular video. Actually, scrap that part. Sometimes there can be a lot of screeching and graphic torture. Okay. But you're my favorite joke. It's actually Omnivoice. We'd love more collab. The sad truth is Omnivoice is kind of taking a step back from Warframe.
Oh.
And then last but not
he was a cool dude.
I think it's the whole COVID situation has what's called taken away from him, sort of thing. And I think he's trying to get down the whole voice acting route and stuff. So
really?
Yeah, I'd love
he'd do amazing with that.
Also, you step back quite a lot from.
Yeah, I'm just leaning on this bike over here. I wish I had leg trackers because then I could sit on the bike and pedal, and you'd see me pedaling with an invisible bike. I'm gonna have to do that at one point.
Right. Okay.
But I thought I'd step back for the Shy point, so okay, I can step forward again now.
That's the graphs. Now let's move on to where the hell the topic is. What's the next part? The supporter questions.
Supporter questions. Capoeira idols? Yeah. We have a Dulux skin and a Dulux Lisette skin. A Dulux operator suit, Dulux idols, and even a Dulux Deluxe, sorry, not Dulux. Deluxe.
Yeah, I was wondering if you meant Deluxe.
Damn your words. Yeah. Deluxe. UI customization coming out with Zephyr Deluxe. All right. Yeah. How many other things could DE bundle into this before it's enough to apologize to all 4 Zephyr mates out there for the delay?
Deluxe Zagata, Zagatra.
It's a good point. Thing. Yep. Good armor set. Use an armor set. We've got Sandana. Sandana.
Is
Kubro collar. Zephyr Kubro collar. That'd be good. Yep. Got to get that in there.
Yeah. Deluxe Kubro collar.
Yep. Color palette? I could think of color palette. Let's put up a color palette in there. Why not?
Like a sentient skin as well. Deluxe sentient skin.
Oh, sentinel skin.
What else? Yeah, sorry,
sentinel skin. Yeah, Google it. And attachments.
Oh,
yeah, Deluxe, sentinel skin and attachments.
Animal companion. Like
yeah. Do you know? Let's have a whole. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. In fact, let's just have a whole companion deluxe thing. Deluxe, yeah. So like, it's like a little hover car that you turn your Kubro into a hover car. Why not? Let's do it. Set special complete skins. Just completely make it different. That's a microphone over there. Yep. Let's do that. Yep. What else could we do? Oh, Lisette decorations. I haven't turned the inside of the Lisette into anything yet. Those are the Christmas. Do you remember the Christmas ones?
Here's one. Right. The Ludoplex with Flappy Zephyr.
Yeah.
Right. Swap Zephyr out for Zephyr Deluxe.
Well, let's just put Wipeout in there.
Just put
Wipeout in there. Let's make the whole game a Wipeout and we'll stick it in there. Yep. With Zephyr. You know, it's like meow like that. Yep. Let's do that. What else we gotta do? I think you have to scan things in the solar system, like 1,000 things to find that. Yep. What else could we do? You know, we can have dangly things for weapons. We can add those in. I don't know where they'd go, but like dangly bits.
I said the...
No, I mean on rifles and pistols.
Oh, okay.
Like they go on the clips. Like dangly things. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, wait, no. We can have... What do you call them? We don't get them that often. Like Necros has them. I think Valkyr does.
Alternative. So auxiliaries. Customization.
I think we need some custom auxiliaries in there. Yep, there we go. Yep. Anything else? Anything else? That might do.
A statue in the personal quarters.
Of course, definitely needed. Right. Yep. On the subject of raids on the Valis, MDRLOz has already pointed out the disconnect between open world gameplay and the instant nature of putting the third orb into a raid. But even if you don't like it, what kind of challenges could DE put into the raid based on the open world nature of the Valis that might make it worth bringing 8 players into?
I honestly think an Arcwing component.
Oh yeah, well, of course, yeah.
You know, let's give the third orb mother, like, I don't know, jump jets or some shit like this, and it's flying around like a lunatic, and then you have to chase it down with Arcwing, actually using your guns and everything to shoot it out of the air.
I think also it could use more of the map. Like, instead of you want to have a team fighting it and then a team not fighting it, so that you got to be doing things around different areas of the map. Maybe there's maybe in the corners of the map or at random points of the map, there's people like Corpus setting up little shield bases that are sending shield energy to it, and you have to go hunt down the base. Just literally set up camps with just a unit, and they could be anywhere on the map, and you have to hunt them down. You could also make it that the orb mother is the reason why it's in the water at the moment is it's actually containing its radiation that pumps out continuously. So when you've got people fighting it, there's an aura around it that you can see. You can only spend so much time in there, and when you come out, you have to wait for your debuff to run out before you go in, or you get a damage taken buff.
Yeah.
So you have to rotate your teams. Like when I know it's sad, but when they were dealing with Chernobyl and they had to send people in, and then run out, and then send them in to limit their radiation exposure. So you could do that with debuffs, where you could, one team fights the boss, while one team does something else, maybe to clear the radiation or to reduce it or to do something else, and then people swap around. Hell, I'd love it if people had to band into two people teams, two Tenno teams, and so you had to spread the teams into 4 teams going out the different corners. Maybe two Warframes are tackling the Orb Mother while the other teams are doing things. Maybe one's going into the base. Maybe because there's things on the Valis which never get used. Never get used. In the north right, there's some sort of relay station, as I recall. In the top left, there's the whole statue area. Doesn't get used apart from just dropping those stupid spheroid things. Then in the south west, there's that floating orb they're mining or extracting or something. I can't remember what it's called. Got a cool name.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I mean, yeah. And then you got the spaceport. You never really have much reason to go in them. There's no bounties that deal with these. Bounties always go in the same things in the middle of the map. There's all these cool things they put in. I think there's more than that. There's the craters. There's the whole plant thing growing in the north. There's loads of stuff they could put things in and make you actually fight in these areas, where normally you just sort of maybe mine in the area. Maybe you get passed by it to go do the animal thing. But that's it. So there's a whole beautiful map they could use things there with. Yeah. Anything else you got ideas?
Nope.
Zrugal. Next, we have a question from Zrugal. But before I read it out, Xeno, did we ask our audience to like and subscribe yet? I don't really remember for this episode.
I don't think we did. I
don't think we did.
Right,
so people, if you possibly could, please like and subscribe. And if you know anyone who plays Warframe and you might like to share this too, if they're insane and like everyone is because they're listening to us for some reason, then please share it. It really does help. And we're still desperate. We don't even care about this channel getting like thousands of subs, but we just want 1,000 subs. We're getting closer, I suppose. But the reason why that's for, and I'll tell people why, because it's a good cause, that when we have guests on, we can't do an external link on the episode until we get to 1,000 subs. That's something that's unlocked. So we're desperate to get to that, because when we get guests back in, we just want to make sure we go, hey, quickly go check out this content. We can show links to this stuff. But I think, can we do internal YouTube links? That's it. That's all we can do, yeah?
Yes, that's...
so for like artists...
No, we can't.
We can't even do that. Surely we can put cards that link to other people's YouTube videos. Surely.
Yes. Yeah, no, we can.
But it's things like, let's say we have an artist on and we want to link to their DeviantArt account. We can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's all we want. That's all we want for Christmas. That's all we would like. So if you could like and subscribe if you haven't already, that would mean a lot to us. Just getting to 1,000. Just
Sod's law. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn around and like, oh no, we're removing that feature now entirely because like I only discovered, was it like last week, that they've really nerfed their playlists. So before you could say, right, anything with this title is in this playlist. No, they've taken out that feature entirely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's right. I didn't know there was a feature. I can explain some of the playlists I used to find. It's like all about one thing, and you're like, oh, I see. So they've gotten rid of that feature. That's nice.
Yeah. Right.
Dearie me. Right. Zrugal also says. Zrugal says he has a 2-part question. He hopes that's okay. Of course it is, Zrugal. Do anything. Did you see there were arcane helmet blueprints in the Nightwave shop the other week? What do you think about bringing those back?
Was that an accident?
I wouldn't mind if it was. It wasn't. Because why not bring them back? Nightwave's a perfect point to do it. I have all of the arcane helmets, and I've even got some extra spare recipes, which I could sell, I guess, for stupid number Plat. I don't care. I just sit there. If letting other people gain access to these things, seeing how minor an upgrade they are, really, I think it's good. And Nightwave, more reason for people to do Nightwave, I think that's good. The only thing I want to, that obviously should be exclusive, is this. And even though I missed out on the Lato Prime, which I really, really want, would I want to gain access to it again so that people get it? No. We were told this was exclusive and it needs to remain that way. Everything else, though, no. Let's bring those back. Yeah, I think maybe that should be a permanent fixture for Nightwave. Let's let people have it. It's fine. I mean, really? There's only 1 or 2 of them which are really any good. Most of the others are kind of meh. Oh, some arcanes about it. You know, the power of some arcanes now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, to be fair, I agree.
And I've got all of them, so I feel I'm not losing out. And I say, give it to the people.
There was this big thing about the Bratton Vandal and the Lato Vandal. I'm like, I was. Well, you have those. One of them, so you have the Lato Vandal, so you'll find it. But I am. Those I don't think they should have brought back because the maybe they should have brought the Bratton back, but the Lato I don't think they should have. I think you should have kept the Lato private because it did say in Rebecca's post that was a exclusive reward for beta players. I think they should have left that as bring the Bratton back because the Bratton was ridiculous. The Bratton was a 1-credit thing for the first weekend of the game being live. Yeah.
So niche, but it was for everyone. It was a reward for everyone. So yeah, bring that back, fine. But I think the Lato should have stayed exclusive because that's what it was announced as. Right. I mean, you could say that the Bratton was an exclusive, but it wasn't in the YouTube post. It was in the forum post. It was the Lato she was talking about. So yeah. Anyway. Right. So comments from community, just a few.
Yeah.
Ryan Swass says new sequence is obvious: shooting Loz out of a cannon or slingshot. The pixel art intro that you were talking about. You wanted a new pixel art. It's from Ryan Swaz. Ishkru said, I've told you this earlier, but I entered the Platinum giveaway every time for the last 4 months for Switch, and I'm puzzled. It isn't participating to the polls enough for being eligible. And I think they were using the wrong link. They were using the free Plat link. So...
yeah, it needs to be the episode.
Yes, so Ishkru, go for the ESO poll. I'm pretty sure Xeno will at least go back through the last few episodes and remove that. If not, I'll help him. But
Wait, so hold on. Have I just found a bug? Oh, for fuck's sake! Nothing.
Okay, Pivlix 14.
I've not just found a bug. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Pivlix. Long post explaining about we were complaining about DE and obviously updates to Railjack. I said, okay, you guys, maybe you should remember that we are in a pandemic right now.
Sorry, I need to go back to that previous comment.
Oh,
yes, I have now resolved the issue with the Nintendo Switch. I apologize, everyone. I literally didn't know that there was a problem with this.
Oh, you found it?
Now
you found a problem.
Resolved, and there will now be winners for the Nintendo Switch. I apologize, everyone.
What was the problem?
The thing was looking for Switch, and everyone's responses was Nintendo Switch.
They didn't marry up.
Yeah.
So there are Switch players out there.
There are Switch players. Those
poor Tenno out there crying to the void, Xeno, give me a platinum! And you're like, no.
You will get it. You'll get it.
There we go.
It'll happen.
That's so sad. Of course. Right, Pivotalix 14. Okay, you guys, maybe you should remember that we are in an epidemic right now. They're restricted. Oh, sorry, if you didn't hear this, this is in relation to we were saying about I think updating Railjack and getting things out and things. So maybe you should remember that we are in a pandemic right now, and they are restricted on what they can do, can't do. They are trying. It's just that it's rather difficult to actually develop stuff while you are stuck at home and can't really talk to anyone. Try to manage around 100 souls of people while everyone is all over the states or all over the world is going to be awfully more difficult than having them all within a closed space. Now, yes, I do. I want the reason why I want to make this is twofold. One, yeah, okay, it's not going to be what they're used to, but they have had a long time to get used to this now. And Xeno, yeah, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you working from home?
I am.
Are you doing everything that you have to do to work from home, and you do all the stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You used to that now. You know.
Ask me my job title.
Nope. What is your job title, Xeno?
My job title is infrastructure engineer.
Yep.
I manage and maintain all the servers and code and stuff for my company.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, don't be wrong.
I do it remotely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you say you do it remotely. Exactly. In fact, I think I don't think it's okay to say your company is actually moving to a pure remote thing for people now, isn't it?
We are looking to do that. Yeah.
So in some ways, this pandemic has actually opened up new ways of making companies work. It's just that people are used to working in a studio.
I also want to highlight, right? All of DE's staff, as far as I'm aware of it, are in Canada. They are in London, Ontario. They didn't have a remote working policy. I know people that were looking to do stuff for them that they would have to move to Canada in order to actually accept the job. Right? So they aren't all over the world. They have two studios. There's one in London, Ontario, and one in California. Right?
Nice.
And yeah, so that is out of the question. Also, you know, managing people across the world is fairly simple. My company was doing it until, you know, well, actually, no, we still do it now. We have people in different parts of Europe and things. We had people in Singapore. I want to say Singapore. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so, and we're looking to hire people in the States. So it's working remotely on a tech job is nowhere near as difficult as working remotely for anything else. I mean, hell, management, you have to be self-reliant for a lot of this stuff.
And you can call it, the thing with working from home is, and everyone's, I assume, has the same work hours, you literally can just phone people up with Slack, I assume, can do it as well. Yep, Slack calls, so you can see everyone on, so it's... A lot of us... You just can't see people physically.
Well, no, I mean, we've got webcams.
Oh, yeah, I mean physically.
Close proximity.
Yeah.
In close proximity. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. That part seriously sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, oddly enough, people have become more receptive to messages on things like Slack. When I was working at the office, the number of messages I would send people in the same building and they wouldn't reply, and I would have to physically get up from my desk and go to whatever floor they were on to hunt them down and say, could you reply to my message, please? And then it's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Well, now that I'm here, can I get a response? Because you're holding me up. But now the whole pandemic, the whole situation, people have become a lot more responsive on platforms like Slack.
I used to have to go in the lab just to point out, I don't want to go to the lab. I have to go to the lab. Pandemic. Another pandemic. Okay, moving on. Trex Paddock. I could also point out that making serious balance to weapons of the game should have more to do with the experiences of the normal players, not so much with those who have thousands and thousands of hours in the game, who are laser focused on min-maxing everything in the game for optimal damage, and have access to every resource ever made available in the history of the game.
I completely agree with this, actually.
Yep. JJ24. I'm on Loz's side. Woo! We are showered in Rivens constantly, from Steel Path to alerts to sorties to Riven slithers. The game's mechanics are more of an issue than the stats. Shotgun Rivens were OP because of the status calculation, allowing all pellets to proc at 100%. That was changed. Let Rivens be part of the progression. Let people combine a ludicrous amount of Rivens so that we can get the specific ones they want while they can still buying it from other players. If more fights are crafted like Exploiter, then Rivens won't even matter anymore. And if the damage is too high, we can squish the number as necessary.
I think I 100% agree with. No. I 95% agree with what JJ is saying. I think one thing that you need to be mindful of is you can't take things away from the player base. The players get really fucking look at the proposed 10% reduction in melee. It's like, no, don't like that. Oh,
my melee. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe Rivens should just be more widely accessible. Maybe put Rivens. Oh no, Rivens are even in the but really late on in the game with the login rewards. Yeah, maybe you should just be able to buy Rivens. Yeah, maybe they should just make Rivens more accessible, like JJ24 saying.
Maybe make Kuva as well even more accessible. Instead of giving people these mechanics, just let people do lots of rolling. Maybe that'd be the best way. Right.
I'd say Kuva shouldn't change because it's in a fine state as it is. I mean, if you keep on, otherwise you're just going to end up lowering the bar really far. Whereas you're trying to make everyone at the same pace.
Fair enough. Then I've got one that says lore question. Now, did we ask for lore questions for Zale or something? Should I read this one out or should we save it?
We have. No.
Or is there a thing
there's a separate form
in the comments, in the description?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe I should put this one in there for them. So Joseph Groshnibber, maybe you want to go find to the description and put your comments in there. So just people don't know, I think we're planning hopefully to try and get Zale on at some point soonish because everyone
Tell
wants
you
Zale.
what, I'll add that one in. Give it to me and I'll just add it in for them.
I'll put it in the episode page.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, notes. Cool. It's cool. Yeah, because we want to have Zale on at some point, so we're going to prep some questions for him, aren't we? So if you want,
I'm thinking that we'll start getting guests on in April because we're currently doing stuff with Nazareth Friday evenings, and that limits us to Saturday mornings to recording.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. We'll start in April.
You would ask if Nazareth wants to do a different day. We used to do Mondays, didn't we, for our?
No, we were doing it on. Was it Yeah, it was Mondays, but then it was just killing me for the rest of the week.
Ah, yes, it was Friday Exposure. Yep. Yeah. But anyway, that's it for those comments. Let's move on to memes.
I believe so. I haven't got the thing in front of me. Give me 2 seconds. I'll get it in front of me.
I've got the things all in front of me. I wish I could. I don't know how I could take a picture of this to show you guys. Like, I've got like a screen up there. I've got my camera there. Got a thing there. Got a thing there. Got a thing there. I'm like, pow, virtual screens.
Yep, cool. Go for it.
Right. Ooh.
I need to get them up myself.
Oh, that's not playing friendly, but okay. Right, I'll give you. Oh, and then I have an error. Hang on. 2 6. It's just a minor thing. Why is that not?
What was it?
No. That should fix it. That fixed it? Yes, it has. Yes, perfectly fixed. Right, okay. Meme number 1. Yeah. Okay. Oi.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got it? Yeah?
Yep.
So, cries in Octavia Prime Farm. Me and the boys not getting rare part after 12th rad share attempt. We have Incredibles, Wally, Megamind, and Coraline. And they're all looking very sad. So yes, if I was doing 12 rad shares and not getting the thing, that would be very, very upsetting, as you can see there. Right, you ready?
That's 48. That's 48 different. That sounds a little bit of an exaggeration.
But it could happen statistically. It could happen. Yeah.
I mean, it's super bad luck.
I'd probably look that sad, like Mr. Incredible there, if I'd done that many and done up right. Number 2.
Hell.
What's it say for you? I can't remember if I got the story.
Going.
A meme relevant to relic drop rates?
Yeah.
Me trying to... I thought I didn't take this one. Me trying to get a common drop. Relics, no.
God, it's happened to me too many times.
Yep.
It's like, stop giving me the rare.
I don't know why there's a lot about.
You.
I don't even mean to do this. I've got 3 about relics for some reason. I didn't mean to do this. Didn't realize, right?
Octavia. It's Octavia. Octavia Prime came out.
Right. Meme number 3. I guess we should. When you've been farming for so long, the game just gives up.
Oh, yeah, you can have the Sonora Prime stock now.
Okay. Meme number 4. Oh, what have I done? Okay, I can't. Can you read out what it says? Because
it's finally happening. You got DE, the third orb boss, and then what's it called? It's with John Tron, and I can't remember what his name is.
It's Flex Steel Man. Yeah, Flex.
Yeah. And he opens the box, and it's just like the player base. Yeah, this is obviously
I made a
pure
tab.
excitement for and the anticipation of how amazing the third orb boss fight will be. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's meme number 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Am I reading this one out as well?
No.
Nope.
It's messing up, but there we go. Oh no, I've got to scroll. What is happening with this thing? So there's some sort of trail of path on the grass. Lotus, Tenno, this is a stealth mission. We must keep a low profile and leave no trace of our presence here. Neja. What are you doing? Right, meme number 6.
No, wait.
Oh, you want to go back with that, do you? Okay, meme number 5. Okay. There you go. Xeno loves this one. I don't know why. You okay?
No, it's just the sheer fact that it's always a stupid shape.
Yep.
Right? It's like that, but like if you think about it, yes, you got to be stealthy. You got to like not alert the enemies and things. Like, can you just imagine some corpus enemies that they're just walking through a corridor, and like it's got like a cross section, like there's it's a cross in the corridor, so
yeah,
and there's like this flaming path on the floor.
Yeah, I can just imagine a door, like 2 corpus on patrol, just walking, and a crewman, like, a door opens, and look down, and there's just like this mad trail of fire going back and forth in front of them, and they're like, what? Right?
There's a Tenno here.
think we might want to close this door and go back the way we came from. I think that's what we're going to do. Lock it, go the other way.
Sorry. Hilarious. Right.
That one only got 84 upvotes, but you loving that one.
Oh no! I fucking upvoted that one.
I think I can.
Everyone should upvote that one.
Links of all of these, as I haven't said actually, is in the description of this video. There's links to all of them. They are from the r/memeframe subreddit. They are farming memes like there's no tomorrow. They are always good for a laugh. Right, and the final one for the week. Meme number 6.
Countdown.
Okay. Sad, edgy noises. So this is a different meme. It's done normally with pictures from one of these sitcoms, but it's the same sort of thing. Yeah. I keep having this nagging feeling that I've forgotten something.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Do you want to do the second? Do you want to do the second one? Yeah. Do the second. You do tab number
2. Hey, if you forgot it, then it probably wasn't that important.
Yeah, I guess. And then Stalker. But it's. I think it's supposed to be Stephen Scott.
Yeah. So it's the sitcom is 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Right. And there's the 2 brothers. So there's the younger brother who is Steve in this situation. Scott is the older brother. The older brother is like done by Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
So it's like I think I'm forgetting. So they're just enjoying a couple of beers together, sort of thing. And Stalker is actually
a kid at football practice or something.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like football or hockey practice or something, and it's just pissing it down with rain, and they completely forgot the kid was left at soccer at the practice because the younger brother has divorced his wife and things like that. So,
but in this case, Scott and Steve have forgotten Stalker. Poor Stalker. Right, memes off.
That's a good one. That is actually a really, really good one. So right, so I fucking love that 6th one. It's just sorry, 5th one. Absolute gold. Right, so now we're gonna go for the community shout outs. again, I apologize to everyone that put in for the Nintendo Switch giveaway. That's now been resolved. I'm really sorry. I didn't realize that there was a disparity between the names. Right, so going on to doing the community shoutouts. Loz has already got the first one up. So the first one is Excalibur Umbra by Zaranos. Zarinon. Yeah. Do you have any feels for this, Loz?
My brain realized I need a fourth monitor. I've come up with a reason why.
In real life?
Yes, I need a fourth monitor. I just realized. Yes, right. Let us have.
But you only have two. So
I have three.
What about the third one?
I have three. I need a fourth.
Because two monitors?
Yeah, I have three monitors. I had three monitors for a while. I bought the one that was on sale. Remember?
I thought you got rid of the.
Hell no! I need monitors. I need more monitors. I need four now because I've realised what's going on.
Converted.
No, I need more though. I need a fourth. I need a fourth, right? Because I've got one monitor. Just to let you know. Sorry, I'm sorry. The community shout out because it looks amazing. I'll get to that in a sec. But I've got one monitor which is showing to Xeno OBS, which it has to remain pure for that. Right, then I've got another monitor which has got Discord on. And then the third monitor has the Notepad++. It has all my memes and my the topics and the shoutouts here, and it also has the Nox player we're using to control everything. But when I click on one of them, that then becomes the top. So then when I look to the other monitor, the thing I'm looking, it's then on top of that, and I have to click at a certain point in the window, so I don't click on that to that. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I need another monitor just to put that Nox one on, because I keep having to go back to that, you see. Right, but anyway, this Umbra looks amazing. I'd love some trading cards with that on the back. That would be amazing.
Oh, God, yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool pack of cards. Right, number two.
Yeah, number two. Hit the button.
Yep.
Right.
Done? Yep.
So this is Banshee Deluxe by Chicken Draws Dogs. So they say that this was only going to be like a 1 hour doodle.
Just a doodle.
So like warm up. And apparently they spent like all week putting this together. It looks fucking fantastic. Again, I would love this on the back of a trading card or like a bookmark or something.
Do you know, I keep meaning to invest in, I think it's called disc plates. I'd love disc plates of Warframe, stuff like this. Like that.
Disc plates?
Yeah, do you know what disc, have you never heard about disc plates? So what disc plates they are quality prints on metal that you can get from a company. They do loads of stuff, yeah. Warframe ones like that. I mean, that is just beautiful. Love the what is it? It's a wisp. Is it an Eidolon wisp? Eidolon wisp?
Yeah. It's the little wisps that you find in the environment. And Chicken Draws Dogs did a little what time lapse of putting this together. You actually see that the wisp was actually like one of the last additions to the piece, and yeah, it was really, really, really cool. So moving on to the third community shout out. When Your Friend Can Do a Kermit Impression While Playing Warframe by Alex Draws Thingies.
I look at them, they come to this place.
God, I don't know if I could do a Kermit.
I look at them, they come to this place. I can't do it now.
No, you sound more like... No, you sound more... no, I don't think I can do it. No, I need to hear him before I could do it.
Muppets.
Right. Then number 4... is Lucky Kavat from Warframe by Willow.
Whoa.
So this is actually a completed thing. It actually fully moves. Right now you're seeing a static image. If you go into the description below where you'll find the community shoutouts, this is the 4th community shoutout.
Gonna like on that.
See it. Yeah, you can see it in action and everything, and it just looks awesome. So 3D printed and everything.
But I'm not sure if it says 3D print design, but also repurposed old Lucky Cat. I'm not sure if they must have taken the gubbins for an old cat and the arm, and then maybe 3D print, or did they 3D print just the head maybe and just stuck that on? Hard to tell.
I think they 3D printed the body, not the arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they just like
put all the gubbins of the cat. Yeah. That is cool though. That is a thing of, I wouldn't say beauty, but hilariousness.
No, it is. Come on, like, right? Okay.
No, it doesn't. It's good. It's amazing. A lot of work, and I think it's amazing. I would buy that. I would totally buy that.
Number 5, smallest thing I've ever drawn by Lucky Goblin.
What? The smallest, the best thing.
No, it's called the smallest thing I've ever
let me
drawn.
play a sad song on the system's smallest Shaswin. Amazing. It's called. Are you sure it's called that? The tweet says this is still the best thing I've ever drawn.
I thought it said the small. Oh no. I thought it said the smallest thing.
This is still the best thing I've ever drawn. Maybe the original
my bad.
one said that, but no. And anyway,
right, and then Rhino by Diane Rahani.
What?
So in all
What
honesty,
is this?
I can't tell if this is a screenshot from Captura or if this is hand-drawn or an amalgamation of the two. I think it's an amalgamation of two, so it was traced out with, but like, this could so easily be like heavily photoshopped or something. Like, it's so hard to tell, but I thought it was just so cool.
They say maybe, did they ask?
I can't remember them saying it. Maybe they did say it and I just completely missed it.
No, there's no reply. So the thing that gets me is the scale of it.
Yeah.
Jaeger frame.
The trope. This is the. Oh my god. Me watching Pacific Rim Black. God damn it, I want more.
Oh, is it good?
Oh, I really liked it. There's only
cool.
7 episodes though right now, and I'm like, no, I want more. So yeah, but it's I really like this piece, and I thought we should do it. So cool. There it is. That's the 6th episode of the community shout out, and now we're gonna do what we normally do towards the end of the episode and do a quote.
Yes. Right. Have I turned everything off? Is that good?
Yep.
Good. Okay. Right. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Give me those controls. I'll show you some real jackmanship, laddie. I'll not be doubted by some pipsqueak tuft of a color saturated and his irritating Kubro. I am master and commander of these rails.
Tintin.
No. Oh, wait. Yes. Damn you. How do you know that? Let me hear you.
I was just like, wait, not Tintin? Shit, I thought that was going to be Tintin.
I was like, part of me thought it was Treasure Planet for a second. I'm like, no, wait, it was Tintin. Did you watch Tintin?
No,
I've not seen that
recently.
movie. I've not seen that movie. I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's really, really good movie. But no, so a lot of it just clicked with the pirate speak, the taking control.
He's not a pirate though.
Well, no. I mean, this is what went through my head. Then it was like, someone in an experience, and then it was talking about the dog, and I thought,
the dog probably got it. I didn't know what to do for pipsqueak tuft of ginger, so I went color saturated to make a joke about color pickers.
No, that was brilliant. That was really good.
I'm not about that for a while. Oh. Anyway, that is it for the quote of the week. Well done, Xeno, for just being like, you remember what year that was made?
Oh my god. I want to say 2017.
No, 2011. The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn, 2011.
Bullshit, really?
Yeah?
Wow. Fuck, time flies, man.
Yeah. Right, let us go next. Outro.
Yeah.
There we go.
Loz has got all the controls now. He's having fun. But yes, look at all those lovely Patreon names.
Yep.
And
if you would like to be support Xeno and all the work he does, every $1, let's go with, rather, because I assume it's done in dollars, it goes to funding all of his videos, and it literally does. Needs lots of support, so if you could, it would be amazing. And I think he's going to work into doing some more stuff for his patrons, including, I think, a monthly gaming session possibly with them. Things like, what's Among Us or any other games or Warframe or whatever, if people want to play stuff.
As long as I own it or I have access to it, yeah.
Right. But I'm sure if all your patrons like, Xeno, you have to get this new game and play it with us, I'm sure if all of them said, you might consider it, surely.
I'd have to see. Well, I mean, if someone turned to me and said that for like Call of Duty Warzone, I'd be like,
right.
Oh shit. There's a hammer in my PC randomly. Fuck. Whatever will I do?
Oh no, it just won't let you. The platform just won't let you purchase that game. Oh, it just won't load on your computer. Oh no.
Blizzard forever.
Yep, that was it. Yeah. But anything else, so it would really support, and Xeno does appreciate everyone who does support. Thank you so much. It makes these shows possible. Really does. Right. Yep. I think that is it for this week, Xeno. So we're going to look forward to guests in April, you say?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, bye-bye, everyone.
You now have a new
Bye-bye.
off button. Hit it.
Are you going to say bye to everyone?
Bye, everyone.